Holy fuck, it's July already. Hey everyone, Video Game Love here, and welcome to another edition of Games I Finished, where I talk about all the games I beat for the month of June, or a certain month. Anyways, I beat 12 games. 12 games, and I believe 5 or 6 of them were NES games. Lots of NES games. I've been playing a lot of NES as of late, and I've been really enjoying it. There's a lot of really good games on that system, and there's some that I'm still beating in this month. So what I'm about to show you guys is the only game that I beat for the month of June that is not from emulation. I am not making this up. Every other game that you're about to see, I beat it from emulation. Mushroom Man on the Nintendo Wii. I've heard that this is like a hidden gem for the system, and I'll be honest, I don't really see it. It's a decent 3D platforming game, but the combat is a little clunky, and one thing I don't like is there's no map. Some of these levels are pretty big, and you can get lost in them. Still, you can figure them out, but it's still a decent game. Has a lot of charm to it, has an interesting story, but the last level is disgusting. You're in some dude's house, and it's filled of Chinese food that's rotting away, a bunch of roaches, wasp nets like crazy. It's like someone get Billy the Exterminator out here and nuke that fucking house. But not Mushroom Man, the Sword Wars, not a bad game. Decent game. Alright, so here we go. Next I beat, this was actually the first game I beat for the month of June, Metroid Zero Mission. What an amazing game. Perhaps it might be one of my favorite Metroids I've beaten. It's an amazing remake to the original Metroid. It plays well, music's phenomenal, graphics are top notch. It's a damn good ass game. That is seriously one of the best Metroid games next to, excuse me, Super Metroid and Fusion. Really good game. That's a must have. If you have a Game Boy Advance, I highly recommend Metroid Zero Mission. It's a really damn good game. Next up I finished RoboCop vs. Terminator on the Super Nintendo. I've always wanted to play this one because this version is much different than the Genesis version. It's actually more based on the comic from the early 90s, because the Genesis version is actually its different entity, but here it's actually more based on the comic. It was okay, but man, the gameplay is so much slower than the Genesis version. The Genesis version mops the floor of it in terms of gameplay, in terms of the music. The music in the Super Nintendo version is fucking ass. It was okay, but the Genesis version is way better. Way better. I know there are multi-plats where the Super Nintendo beats the Genesis version. Genesis version mops the shit out of the Super Nintendo version. And I mentioned this on Instagram. If they're ever gonna remake this game, please let Ico be the Resistance Soldier and not Flo. Please. Please. Can you help me out? Okay. So now, get ready. We got a lot of NES games. I finished Platoon on the NES. I mean, I know about this game because Megadan did a playthrough of it, and if you like being stuck in mazes and don't know where the fuck to go, you might like Platoon. I did not really like Platoon. I don't think it's a very good game, and it's one of the few, well, technically Sunsoft did not make this game, it was actually oh shit. But they was like, hey, we made this game, but we're gonna let you have the blame, Sunsoft. So yeah, Platoon, no bueno. I finished Total Recall on the NES. Again, if you want to be frustrated, you might like Total Recall. I did not really like Total Recall. I think that game was very frustrating and very rage-inducing. But we got some more solid NES games. Kabuki Quantum Fighter, a pretty solid 2D platformer, but there are one thing I don't like about the game: the ice physics. The ice, and when you're on the conveyor belts, the physics are ass. It's so stiff and it's so easy to fall off due to the ice physics and the moving platforms. Other than that though, it's really fun. It's a fun game. Not too hard, but it's pretty good. I finished Monster Party on the NES. It was okay. Very bizarre game. One of the weirdest games on the NES, but I felt like it loses steam at the end and it just gets frustrating. There's a mission, a level at the end of the game where it's like a maze, and you have to figure out where to go, and I hated that level. Absolutely hated that level. So, wasn't the biggest fan of Monster Party. It was still a decent game, but not all that great. 2 more games. I finished Special Cybernetic Attack Team, a game by Natsume. And I want to say this up in front, I don't want to refer to this game on its short name. It spells out SCAT. But no, it's not shit. It's actually a really damn fun shmup. Natsume made some good-ass games. I believe they did make Kabuki Quantum Fighter. And this game, Special Cyber Attack Team, is a really good game. You play as a dude and a woman that looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sigourney Weaver, and you go around shooting people. It's kind of like Forgotten Worlds, but it's a really good game. It's a really fun game. And then I beat Shadow of the Ninja, which is very good game. Very good game by Natsume. I've been thinking about trying to do a playthrough of it, but I gotta kind of master it more. But really good games on the NES. So now 3 more to go. We have Switchblade 2 on the Atari Lynx. First Lynx game that I've beaten in a very long time. It's a decent game, a pretty good game on the Atari Lynx. The only issue I have is that if you lose all your lives, it's game over. But it's not a hard game at all. If you know what you're doing, it's a pretty easy game. The ending kind of sucks though. Next up, I beat McDonald Land on the Game Boy. It's based on the kids from the NES. It's a whatever platformer. Has some really weird jumping mechanics where if you press the select button, you jump really high, but you can only do it one time. I don't understand it. It's just whatever. And the last game that I beat for the month of June is a game that I actually did a playthrough of it on a live stream. Dick Tracy on the Sega Master System. It's the port of the Genesis game, but as I showed in the live stream, iffy controls and it's RNG hell. It's beyond random. I don't like to use save states on my playthroughs when I'm doing them on live streams, but I had no choice. I was stuck on 6-1 because I had to figure out how the hell to get through this one part where you're jumping on this platform in the sewer, but you got enemies that just keep pushing you off the ledge. Beyond dumb. It's not a terrible game, but it's a really frustrating one, and the ending is not really worth it. But anyways, guys, those are the 12 games I beat for the month of June. Don't know how many I'm going to beat for the month of July, and I just can't believe that July is already here. Southeast Game Exchange is almost here. Anyways, guys, see you guys later. Video Game Lover 58. See you guys on my next video. Peace.